Hello, my name is Ben, and on this YouTube channel I document my own print-on-demand journey. Today, as promised, a video about the 10 things that I hate about print-on-demand. Now that might be a bit drastic, actually not hate, but it's more about things that, I really could do without. I don't really need these things. They make print-on-demand a bit difficult, and you should know about these things if you think about starting with print-on-demand. Now, of course, I did a video a couple of days ago about the things that I love about print on demand. And as you know from this channel, I do print on demand every day. I work on this side business every day. And it's just something that works for me, even though these 10 things exist. And honestly, I could really do without them. But despite these things, I still run this business. I still do this side hustle, because the business model itself, it still works for me, and I can integrate it very well into my daily schedule, into my daily routine. It's just a business model that works for me. It might not work that well with other business models, and to be honest, for the money itself, I don't need to do it. I've got a full-time job, but in my opinion, when it comes to financial freedom, you need to have several income streams, not just one or two or three. Ideally, you want to have 7, 10, or even 15 or 20 different income streams. And all of these together, you can build wealth. And I know for many people, financial freedom is the goal. I don't think it's very easy to complete that or to achieve that just with print on demand. But print on demand is a passive business model which can contribute towards that. So that's why I do print on demand. It just works for me. But let's not waste too much time. I want to go straight into this and talk about the 10 things that I hate about print on demand. That takes us actually to this overview here on Spreadshirt, because the first point that I hate about print on demand is that it really takes a long time to build. As you can see here, I started in November last year, uploading, made my first sales in December. And to be honest, that is actually not bad. I mean, in the second month of uploading, I had 8 sales, and that's just on one platform. Had 20 sales in the second month. But then you see it takes a while. I mean, it pretty much stays on the same level, even though I continue to upload. And yes, it's going up a little bit, to be honest. And also I see an increase on other websites, because this is only Spreadshirt. But still, I mean, I think it was last month, or was it May? Can't remember, that I've actually made my first $1,000 in royalties across all print-on-demand websites. And it took me around 5 to 6 months to build that. Not even, I don't think it was 6, I think it was like 5 months. But, making $1,000 online, I mean, that was a great milestone for me. It was an eye-opener. But then if you think about it, I mean, these $1,000 I could have probably made in half a month, or not even half a month, when working full-time somewhere, or even part-time. But that's not the point. This one here is about passive income. Nobody can tell me when to do this job. Nobody is my boss. I'm my own boss, and it's just a nice side income that, to be honest, when you build it so that you can actually run it sort of passively and automatically, like I do, then it doesn't really take a lot of time. But it still takes a long time to build it. So in order for you to really see the impact in your wallet, on your bank account, it really takes a long time. So I can't wait to see where I will be in November, sort of Q4. But still, I think it takes a long time. But I think for everybody who is patient, there will be good rewards. Now, the next one thing that I hate about print on demand is it bloody takes a lot of work. I mean, to create designs like these here, which are just some of the best selling designs, it really takes a lot of work. Yeah, maybe not that much here for this Italia shirt, but honestly, creating something really unique takes a long, long time. And then if you want to stick out, it takes even longer. And if you want to create a lot of these designs, which you have to do to stick out and to make significant sales, it takes even longer. So it really takes a lot of work. And you need to be able to integrate it into your daily life and routine. And also, it's not only about designing. You also need to do the research, need to get the research right. And design tools like these, they actually help you a lot. But still, you need to do all of this work. And that's the second thing I hate. It takes a lot of work. The third thing, and that's probably actually the worst, to be honest, these websites, there are websites that are just banning accounts for no reason. So when I started my print-on-demand business just a few weeks later, Etsy just banned my account for no reason. And yeah, I got it reinstated, but it is just annoying, especially when you're just starting with print on demand. And ironically, this video that I made about it is still one of my best running videos on this channel with the most views. And yeah, actually now I earn a little bit of money with this video because I get views and so, but still it is very annoying for everybody who's starting in print on demand that there are websites where the sort of algorithm just bans account for no reason. Another example of this is TeePublic, which is an intransparent website anyway. They don't really help you to get onto the marketplace, and they just ban accounts for no reason. Now I heard that multiple times. It's not only me, it's a lot of people, and I see that when I look at the videos, you know, that I made and how many people are actually watching these videos about these websites banning accounts. Now, the next one is that people will copy your designs. If you have best-selling designs like these here with a low best-selling rank on Amazon, there will be people that will copy your designs. And you can see that on, I mean, just an example here, it's probably not a best-selling design, but if someone has an idea like the psychologist here, there will be people, you know, psychopath, but there will be people, lots of people having these psychologist designs, and I think that's even trademarked. I saw that a few days ago that someone actually trademarked psychologist. So if you have one of these, be careful. Yeah, so that was the fourth one. The fifth one is actually, again, talking about trademarks, that you could create designs and they are not trademarked today, but then there will be people or companies who just register this trademark of maybe a best-selling design, like one of these here, and then they can just, well, they could sue you or they can get your design taken down. That is number 5. And these practices are quite, you know, they're not too widespread, that they happen. You know, they happen. I've heard about it numerous times as well. And this takes us to the 6th point, which is number 6, which is people are just reporting designs even if they don't own the trademark. So I had that happen to me, and that was actually a no pain, no gain design. That's how I called it, no pain, no gain. Let's see if we find one like these. But someone just got it taken down because they said they owned the trademark. Now, ironically, you can see there are so many people with a no pain, no gain shirt. So I just think, why was my design taken down? You know, it was purely text-based, I think. Only it all said no pain, no gain. It was a gym shirt. Look how many there are. They only took my down, it seems. I wasn't even on the first page or so, so they could have picked any of these here. And you can see they're all from different sellers. So someone just said, you know, this actually happened on TeePublic. So someone just told TeePublic they own the trademark, and they don't. They didn't. I checked it. This sentence or this term, no pain, no gain, is not trademarked. And yeah, so it's just ridiculous. And the company that got it taken down, they are registered in the US. It's a gym sort of, yeah, it's a gym company, but yeah, it's just ridiculous. So it's not registered in the US as a trademark, but people can just get your design taken down. I asked TeePublic, you know, can you send me more information? Can you actually send me a picture of the design? Because I don't know which one it was, but they haven't even replied. So just ridiculous. And just something that is frustrating. So, you know, even if you appeal, but they didn't even reply to me, but even if you appeal, there will be always something on your account which just tells them, you know, that you had your design taken down, anything, and that is not great. Now let's have a look at point 7. Next point why I hate print on demand is tier systems. As you can see on Merch by Amazon, I'm still tier 100. I actually had my first 100 sales. I think that was in May. I've got 100 designs online now. I can only publish one product per day at the moment. Look at that product potential here. It will take me ages to get that complete. I know this sort of reduction in how many products you can upload per day is only temporary. At least it was supposed to be temporary, but it's been taken them a while now. And honestly, just uploading or just publishing one product per day is not great. So these tier systems hold you back, which again sort of ties back to point number 1, where I said it takes a long time because, you know, you can't really scale quickly. I mean, you have some possibilities to scale quickly, but if you're sort of restricted with your tier system, that's just frustrating. The next point, and that is point number 8, why I hate print on demand, is on websites like Redbubble or like Spreadshirt or like TeePublic. If you put your designs online, you actually don't own the customer list. So one of the big assets of a company is the list of your customers. Of course, because there are a lot of advantages because these companies here fulfill everything for you, but the disadvantage is that you don't own the customer list. Now there are ways around it. You can create your own Shopify store and things like that, but there come disadvantages with that as well. The problem with this is you build your sort of, let's call them digital assets, you upload them to all these websites, but you actually don't own the customer lists, don't own the customer data or the customer information. So the customers are not your customers. They are actually the customer of TeePublic, Redbubble, or Spreadshirt. Now the next point is customer returns. As you can see here, I've actually on Spreadshirt, I have now made, these are credited sales, 115, plus all of these here, so over 120 sales, but I've had 10 returns. Oh no, 2 returns, that's actually not too bad, but 10 cancellations. So these returns are still frustrating because you get your designs, you don't get these credited. You think you made a sale and then you sort of lost it. That is frustrating, but I suppose just 2 returns of over 120 designs isn't too bad. And to be honest, I didn't have too many returns on other websites, but it can be frustrating, especially if you are on a website like Etsy, where you have to deal with a customer, and what then happens, they send it back and you can't really use it. So you can very well also sort of gift it then to the customer, which isn't great, but at least you don't need to deal with a return. But there you go, there's risk of the business. And then the last point, and it again takes us sort of back to the first point, it is about the hourly rate is really low. So if I was to calculating how many hours I spent on print on demand, honestly, I wouldn't know how much it is, but compared to the return, especially like in the first year, it is very low. And I hope that will change. I can see it changing because I make now more and more sales on different platforms, and I spend less and less time because now I know how it works. I've partially automated the process, and I can now comfortably run it really as a side business. I don't really need to spend a lot of time to build this business. I can comfortably run it with the automation tools that I use and everything. I know by doing that, I probably don't have the best outcome because I don't have the best designs. I don't do the best research. I don't really go with trends. I just upload evergreen designs. But still with that, at least I don't need to spend hours and hours per day on it. I can just spend, let's say, maybe half an hour per day, can still upload my 20 designs or something to the different websites and still grow the business basically from everywhere. And still the hourly rate is quite low, especially in the beginning when you're building the business. But as soon as you have a certain level and you can see sales coming in sort of every day, then it can become quite comfortable, quite motivating. And then you're not too bothered about quick growth. You can just be comfortable with small growth maybe, but as well, then you don't need to spend a lot of time on it and can run it as a side business. But still, the hourly rate is probably fairly low compared to my full-time job. But I see it really as a long-term business, long-term perspective. I'm always thinking, if I carry on for another, let's just say I'd carry on like that for 10 years, which is not a problem. In 10 years, I'd probably be, completely different, at a completely different level. And, if you think about it, could pay for your retirement or things like that. I think that is very motivating. Just spend maybe not even half an hour per day. You don't need to do it every day, just every other day. And then it is actually quite a comfortable thing that you can build, and that might pay for your retirement one day, which might be safer than hoping to get a nice retirement from your government. Okay, and that's everything today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, then please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on my print on demand journey, then subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye.